I'm First Lieutenant Eric Weeks with the Thunderbird Composite Squadron. My position and job in Civil Air Patrol is I am the Thunderbird Composite Squadron Commander, which means that I oversee the day-to-day activities or the week-to-week activities of the Thunderbird Composite Squadron. We are a composite squadron, which means we consist of both cadets and adult members. Our adult members primarily work in the role of search and rescue, and our cadets, we have a separate cadet program as well.
My name is Cheston B. Newhall, Cadet Captain. I'm a part of Civil Air Patrol attached to the Thunderbird Composite Squadron. I joined CAP in about October of 2004, and I originally joined because I was interested in attending West Point Military Academy. And from there, a bunch of my friends were in the program. I talked to them about it. My mom talked to their parents about it, and it seemed like a great fit for me. And so from there I attended a meeting, and I was hooked from day one.
I started with Civil Air Patrol when I was 13 years old, so about 17 years ago. I joined because my father was involved with Civil Air Patrol. He was a Navy pilot, and I was interested in flying as well. So once I heard about the program from him, and I joined back when I was 13 and have been involved on and off ever since.
What I like about most of the Civil Air Patrol cadet program is basically the military aspect. I myself am not planning to join the Air Force, which it is an Air Force-oriented program, but just all the aspects of it, the physical training, PT, going through all the aspects of leadership and motivation and customs and courtesies I really enjoy.
The difference between our cadet program and our adult side of the program is that our adults are active participants in our search and rescue exercises and missions that we perform for the United States Air Force and Homeland Security. Our cadets do participate in a limited role in those efforts. However, since our search and rescue missions are actually sanctioned by the United States Air Force, the participants in those search and rescue missions have to be 18 or older.
The CAP organization, obviously, since it is attached to the Air Force, it has a bit of military ties to it. I mean, you see here I'm wearing the uniform. It's essentially the civilian side of the military. It's nice to be able to have that option to still serve your country without necessarily going to war.
Since 9/11, Civil Air Patrol has been standardized with all FEMA training, and it's the same training that firefighters get, police officers get, and it's standard across the board.
What we like to do, which many squadrons don't have the benefit of, is we like to specialize in the entire broad spectrum of Civil Air Patrol activities, such as emergency services, cadet programs, and aerospace education.
Aerospace education, we get our cadets interested in aviation, going into a career in the military and civilian abroad. Emergency services, when we ever have planes go out on the ground, we have ground teams, which search them out on the ground. Then we have air teams that go up in the airplanes and try to look for missing personnel.
On a search and rescue mission, what typically happens is that the Air Force Rescue Coordination Center will get a hit on one of their emergency locating transmitter satellites. When they get a hit on a satellite indicating that an emergency locating transmitter has been activated in a state or a region, they contact Civil Air Patrol and find out if we have the available resources to perform that mission.
Usually we have large activities on the weekend or during the summer where we get certified to go and search people, and every now and then on the weekly meetings we will do routine duties, so we make sure everyone's on top of their search and rescue requirements.
The kind of equipment that we utilize when we conduct our search and rescue missions, we have the largest fleet of single-engine aircraft in the world. We have over 550 aircraft positioned nationwide. Generally, when a commuter airline goes down, obviously everybody knows where that is. When a small plane goes down, most people don't know where that is. So in order for us to find that aircraft, the emergency locating transmitter, which is activated once the aircraft hits the ground, we use handheld equipment and equipment that are installed on the aircraft in order to triangulate a position and find the wreckage of the aircraft.
We specialize in search and rescue operations. We actually go and look for people. We also perform flying missions on top of the emergency services missions. And we teach about aerospace education and cadet programs, which is the program I'm most directly involved with, is specialized towards leadership training for teenagers, specifically people 12 to 21.
In addition to search and rescue, we also perform missions for Homeland Security. On the day of 9/11, Civil Air Patrol was activated to take the first pictures of Ground Zero in New York City. We also do blood transportation, organs, transportation of other necessary items or personnel. And when the nation sees a crisis, they usually call upon Civil Air Patrol to activate our fleet of aircraft.
We have a military structure to our program, and we use that to help instill discipline and help teach leadership. A lot of our cadets end up going into the military, but that's not necessarily the goal.
My training here motivates me to join the military very much so. I plan on joining the Army, and that's why I got in the program in the first place. But this program is by no means trying to get cadets to join the military, more of a leadership tool for them.
I think what I like most is a program called the Drill Team. It's a competition team within the program, and I've been to the national competition 4 years now. I'm going, hopefully going for my 5th year this year.
What I like most about serving in the Civil Air Patrol is basically in other high schools they have JROTC programs, which don't have a mission per se, but our mission, we actually go out and help our communities, and that's what I love most about it. It is military oriented, but we do go out and help civilians and help any down people, so we actually do have our cadets actively participating in the community and abroad.
It brings together a nice sense of family. There's 13 of us on the team, and we compete against many others across the nation, and it gives me the opportunity to, since I'm the cadet commander, it forces me to motivate the people around me and really learn all about motivation and put the leadership training I receive in Civil Air Patrol into action.
So the personal values involved with Civil Air Patrol, I think above all is integrity.
I mean, overall, Civil Air Patrol is a great organization to be a part of. The advantages of being a member of Civil Air Patrol is that you get to be a volunteer, you get to help out on live missions, help your community, state, and country, and know that you're making a difference.
I learned a lot as I was a cadet. I had a lot of good mentors, and I want to pass that on and help develop the teenagers of the next generation.
To see the results firsthand and to be able to develop yourself as a leader at such a young age, I think is a wonderful opportunity. And like I said, the sense of family I have with those other 12 people is pretty extraordinary.
The Civil Air Patrol volunteer program, what I think I'm getting the most out of it is the leadership experience. Going into the program, I was a very shy person, but this program definitely developed me as a leader and a follower to move on to the civilian or military career.
With the missions that we provide for America, we currently have about 37,000 adult members and 27,000 youth, but every single member of the organization is a volunteer.
It's a volunteer organization. Anyone who's willing to sacrifice their time to be here and better themselves and better the people around them is welcome to come.
In my opinion, what it takes to be in the Civil Air Patrol is our core values: integrity first, volunteer service, excellence, and respect.
I think everybody should serve their country or their community in some fashion. Civil Air Patrol is one of the ways that I enjoy serving my country.
If everyone in America spent a few hours a week just trying to do something to make America better, we'd all be better off for it.